New Zealand Labour, Green, and Māori want to destroy your lives. The left-bent political parties, Labour, Green and Te Pati Māori, want to tax your home, tax your retirement, tax your everything. They want to tax and spend, spend, spend. These parties are already telegraphing their next financial move, and that is, they want to tax your wealth. It is clear that we need to remain vigilant against this nefarious obsession. The reality is, far-left political parties and governments do not need any more money. They do, however, need to be severely restructured and downsized. Despite that, they are always looking for more ways to increase debt to pay for their spending wish list, which includes hiring more and more government bureaucrats to manage their inefficiencies. Just look back over the past Ardern Hipkins 6-year for a recent financial mess reality check. When entities get bigger, there should be economies of scale. There should be more bang for your buck. With left-bent socialist governments, like the Ardern Hipkins fiasco, as they got bigger, we used more buck for very little bang, in fact, less bang. Their spending created an unsustainable fiscal path and a severely fractured financial foundation, making you and your family far worse off by this spending. Review the past 6 years. As spending increased, the safety of New Zealanders was threatened by an enormous growth in crime and violence, demeaning of women and children, a breakdown in moral family standards, and a national infrastructure falling further into disrepair. Policies enacted by the Labour government destroyed your purchasing power, with New Zealanders suffering enormously by the damaging effects of inflation. All the while, the Ardern Hipkins government continued to rack up debt. This is in a nutshell what Labour, Green, and Māori would have you believe was a success story. In any business around the world, management outcomes like this would not only get the individuals fired, they would likely be so ridiculed they wouldn't be able to find another job in their industry. Yet, these same people keep getting put back into government positions and controlling power. New Zealand's socialist parties, Labour, Green, and Māori, continually try to pass off lies that the wealthiest pay single-digit tax rates based on their totally misleading studies of unrealized wealth estimates, not income. Their class warfare propaganda trumps basic financial literacy and common sense. New Zealand also has a bribed left-bent media, who never point out these simple truthful facts to the public, a truly sad reflection of democracy. There is little wonder why the left-bent mainstream media are rapidly failing and many journalists are losing their jobs. As a brief aside, did you ever hear the corrupt media raise the issue of New Zealand's horrific excess deaths rates? If these socialist MPs can convince the population to agree to tax the wealthy, then this scam will soon spread to the middle class. Not to mention that, if those so-called wealthy who own businesses are forced to sell their ownership stakes to pay the government, the entire stock market could collapse. But, as we noted, finance and economics are not socialist MPs' strong suits. Don't concede your property rights, which are your natural rights, and what the prosperity of individuals in New Zealand is based upon. Creating wealth is an infinite opportunity. Redistributing wealth is a finite exercise. Thank you for listening. Geraint, behalf of WhangareiTim.